fans, and welcome to JT1 Wrestle presents a dual preview between the number 4 Iowa State Cyclones and the number 3 Ohio State Buckeyes. Starting things off, we have number 14, Stevo Poland taking on number 4, Nick Buzakis at 125 pounds. Trust me, folks, this one is going to be a barn burner. You may say to yourself, but, Buzakis is 10 spaces ahead of Poland. And you know what I say to that? Screw the bloody rankings! This one is going to be a close, hard-fought match, as both of these guys have had close-fought matches with both Joe Volk and Dean Peterson. Win or lose, this one's going to be a nail-biter. Could even come down to sudden victory or the tiebreakers. Up next, we have number 3, Evan Frost, taking on number 2, Ben Davino at 133 pounds. This one is a matter of pride. Both of these guys want to be in this year's NCAA Division I finals, and the likelihood that they'll have to go through one another in order to get there is very, very high. The common denominator? Iowa's Drake Ayalia. Both the Cyclone and the Buckeye have victories over the two-time NCAA Division I finalists. Frost with an 11-5 victory and Davino with a 10-6. Number 2, Anthony Echemendia takes on number 1, Jesse Mendez, in a showdown of what could very well be our NCAA Division I final at 141 pounds. Echemendia, a future world and Olympic medalist for Cuba, will be a tough opponent to beat for the third time, yet Mendez is an NCAA Division I champion. Matter of fact, he's a two-time NCAA Division I champion, and if anybody can defeat Echemendia 3 times, trust me, it's Mendez. Number 10, Jacob Frost taking on number 8, Ethan Styles. We have a battle here between last year's 7th place All-American and last year's 6th place All-American. What will happen here? I don't know. But if you're asking Dave Thomas from the grave, well, there you have it. At 157 pounds, we have number 2, Vinny Zubin, taking on number 4, Brandon Cannon. The last time these two Yahoo Serious look-alike contestants met, it was an 11-6 victory for Zubin. Will it once again be a cyclonic W, or will the cannon fire back? Number 19, Aiden Riggins, taking on number 7, Paddy Gallagher, in a very intriguing match at 165 pounds. Riggins has recently really stepped it up for the Cyclones, splitting time with Connor Houghton, who I guess could be the starter here as well. Nevertheless, Riggins is the one with the current ranking, and he did have a very impressive 4th place showing in Las Vegas. Gallagher is a wrestler's wrestler, a staple within the Buckeye community who showcases the team element of wrestling team. He really stepped in and stepped up last year for the Gray and Scarlet when Sammy Sosa was injured. This will be a good match at 165 pounds. Number 15, MJ Gation, taking on number 5, Caution Kochler, at 174 pounds. Here we have a matchup of two guys very familiar with both the ups and the downs of collegiate wrestling. Gation looked like $1 million in a win over All-American Patrick Kennedy in a duel versus Iowa. Yet he completely fell apart in Las Vegas. Kochler was an All-American back in 2022, but yet he has yet to find the award stand again. In such an important duel, who comes through for the team here? Number 13, Isaac Dean, takes on number 6. Dylan Fishback at 184 pounds. 2 transfers, one from Ryder and one from North Carolina State. Both of these guys out to prove themselves as valuable assets to their new teams in one of the most dire of situations. My question here is, do fish have backs? Number 2, Rocky Elam taking on number 13, Luke Yog at 197 pounds. While many of these matches are toss-ups, and I never rule out the possibility of an upset, I'm thinking to myself at the end of this match, what shall I hear? Perhaps something along the lines of, "Hey, yo Adrian! Yo Adrian! Ba-da-da, ba-ba-da, da-da, ba-da, ba-da, da-da, ba-da-dee-da-da-da, da-da-da, ba-da, ba-da, ba-ba-ba." Last but not least, we have number 1, Younger Bastida, taking on number 3, Nick Feldman, in an epic battle at heavyweight. Bastida is, without a doubt, a future medalist for Cuba. And he is right now in the world of collegiate wrestling the man to beat at heavyweight. Nick Feldman recently knocked off 665-pound deadlift AJ Ferrari, and judging by the size of this guy's back and neck, I'm wondering if Feldman might be able to do that with only one hand. This match at heavyweight is going to be a very good one. Overall, the number one thing that Iowa State and Ohio State have in common is, ironically enough, the University of Iowa. The Buckeyes, let's see here. Buckeyes are a poisonous seed, deadly if consumed, and at the NWCA national duels, they left Iowa rather toxified. The Cyclones did the same. The Hawkeyes flew into Ames, got caught in a mini tornado, and left with more than just their wings damaged. What will happen when Iowa State wrestles Ohio State? We'll find out this weekend.